not have to give in to what it is you're swimming. We do not have to give in to what it is you're swimming. Are you throwing down the floor or are you holding up the rhythm?
Check this out. One day, like 2.5 years ago, I'm sitting in DiViNci's crib when nobody knew him. He was a hermit. I said, yo, man, you gotta work with this cat Swam. He's real fresh, man. Like, he's perfect for your beats. And he was like, really? You should give him my number. I would appreciate that. I was like, all right, yo. So I saw Swam at Firestone, and Swam was like, yo, what's up, Illustrate? How you doing? And I was like, this cat DiViNci is serious. You need to get up with him. I think he would just sound perfect over his beats. Then Solillaquists Of Sound was formed, and then they went and added 2 extremely fresh females to the mix that I had nothing to do with. But, you know what I'm saying? So when y'all get famous, remember the people that said don't forget me when y'all get famous. So make some noise, Solillaquists Of Sound. Here they go.
I know the game is better stop before we run out of crops. Having the food you eat now, yo, it's painful.
I know that often lives we're living don't reflect the life we're giving. All the giving from the setup and what we all consider.
I know the world don't move to the beat of one drum, cause the heart costs money, but our hands are numb.
I know that we are taught to follow, but not taught to follow. No, it's hopeless if you're looking down on leaders. It's up to you.
This is the marketplace, open hand, piggy banks, Jimmy Slump to your man, bitches, boom, bill, boom. This is
the marketplace, advertising sleight of hand. At the corners of the public as a blind double price.
This is the marketplace, huckster, monopolies, cruising toss, pageant grams, programs, Michael Trip. This is
The marketplace can feel his dreams growing goodness. It would seem it's only strictly fortified. Enjoy your
this is
life.
the marketplace.
There is a truth in life. Wondering will it be alright? There is a lie in life saying you must have these things to reach the light. But I'm wondering how will it last? People be people, but this world moving so fast. But they demanded the powers that be. They planned it that way. How else can it be said? They got them into your soul, they get into your head.
Hassan brought everyone to Chicago, and I got to hang out with everybody, and then they left. I was like, okay, I need to be around these people. The positivity that they just exude is exactly what I've been looking for my entire life. I knew that I'd be part of Solillaquists of Sound. And how I got into Solillaquists of Sound was I knew Hassan, who is Swanberger, from Chicago back in like '97, and he moved down to Florida, and I was still in school, and we stayed in contact, and I was doing music up there, and he was doing music down here. And about a year and a half ago, they came up to Chicago to visit, and like 4 days later, I was just like, I gotta leave. I gotta get out of Chicago. I gotta move down to Orlando and make it, solidify. It's important for us to surround ourselves with people that we love and that we trust, and it's also important for us to be loving and lovable and trustworthy, and that oftentimes we are not told that we have the opportunities every day in and day out, no matter who says otherwise, to live as we dream. And I believe that it's important to live as you dream. There are forces working against people living their dreams, because as soon as people live their dreams, what happens to government, what happens to authoritative figures, what happens to, people who want to be in control is they actually start to lose control. And what we've seen in this country especially is that it's possible that the people in control may not be out for the greater good of everyone. They may actually be out more so for some sort of a profit, whether it be, a capitalistic reason or just material or a sense of power, whatever it is that they're out for. It's possible that they may not want you to live your dreams, and that's why a lot of us don't know that we have those options. We forget that we actually can live up to what we say. Because a lot of times people try to, and they feel like they fail because, I said I was going to do this and I didn't do it and I did da-da-da. But the major point to recognize is that we all have the ability to live up to what we say, because it first starts with a thought, and then inspiration and idea and action. It's just do what you can. Do exactly what you can.
When I produce something, I have to always remember that I have to do what's best for that particular project, whether the project be an album or a song or whatever's in the artist's best interest. Make sure everything's right on track, and make sure that the track comes out the way it should. I always have to remind myself of this. You can never let producing become too much in the foreground. You always got to be a listener. That's always the drive that got you there in the first place, was a love to be immersed in it. I was inspired by producers that I love, and I wanted to inspire people the same way. Make love, not beats. That's even better of a statement, to actually make love in the form of music rather than just making beats. There's one point I was just making beats, and it starts to get unfulfilling. You just want to make a change, actually. To just have a product means nothing, but to actually have a product where you feel a part of the process, or where you can see what went into making it, helps you to relate. And when you relate, that's the best feeling in the world. Especially like if you're in a conversation with someone and they're like, "Oh, I felt that way too, I didn't know." Like, that's the ultimate. Put a process out there, and then people will really feel it no matter what.
Feel it as I'm doing it. That's, you know what I'm saying?